Hello ladies and gentlemen, back to my story. I think I'd just got up to 2016. But before I start with 2016, a couple of things that happened at Harry Hunters and the Beacon while I was there, which is all the Salvation Army. One of them was, there was a bloke there at the Salvation Army, and the rumor was that he had admitted to the people there that he had fiddled with his kids and he got kicked out. So I thought, wow, that seems a little strange if he's admitting to being a pedophile and then the Salvation Army is just kicking him out. Shouldn't he be locked up or something? You know, that's what I was thinking, but that's what I thought to myself personally. Anyway, I was at Harry Hunters once and we were in the kitchen and I used to do the dishes there. And Zena, she's one of the ladies that work for Salvation Army. She came past into the kitchen one time and I was standing there washing the dishes. And I looked at her and she came around and walked around and she'd done a very emphasized laugh, like it's like she waited for me to look at her and then she went like, ah. You know, and I got this feeling that she's trying to show me that they having a good time as well, you know. Because I felt isolated at this time, I felt it was all them against me. Because I wasn't fitting in and it's like everybody was isolating me diplomatically. You know, they wanted me to come forward and, you know what I'm saying? They were basically setting me apart from the rest, so I was feeling isolated and they were bullying me. So she laughed like that and it's like she was trying to show me that they're having a good time. I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, there was a black guy there at the Beacon when I was there. The Salvation Army, I'll say. I'll stop calling it the Beacon. And he was a black guy that when me, Elton and Byron were still young, about 22 years ago, we used to go to town and he was a black guy that used to play the drums in Northbridge. He was there at the Beacon, the Salvation Army. And anyway, one of the guys that used to work at the Beacon, he used to give me stuff. They had the reception. And I had a glass screen there kind of thing. And he always used to give me stuff through the glass screen, you know, and make me feel like a fool, like I'd go to grab it but through the glass. Anyway. The guys at the Caltex service station up here used to do the same thing. I used to go there at night when I used to walk my mum's dog. I used to go inside, buy a packet of cigarettes or a cool drink. And they used to have these security wires straight across the counter. And the guy would give him a plastic bag, but he'd hold it up over the wire, you know. So when I went to pull it, it'll get hooked in the wires and stuff. People used to do stupid shit like that to me, you know. I never used to think anything of it. I was just like, oh, okay. And while I was there at Harry Hunters, which is the Salvation Army down there in Gosnells, I noticed they got a Western Diagnostics car that pulls in. Western Diagnostics is a place that takes your blood. It takes samples from people, blood samples or urine samples, whichever it may be. And I realized, oh, it was interesting to me because a year before, when I had to go do a DNA test for work, I thought I might not pass the DNA test, so I went to the chemist and I bought a DNA test, a self-tester. And I cleared it, it was clear, so I passed the DNA test. And then when I went to do the test for the work, the actual company, they had said I failed it. So then when I realized that the Salvation Army have their own Western Diagnostic guys, I felt a bit suspicious about that, you know, because I'd done everything to make sure I passed that DNA test. So then I realized that they've got their own blood testing people, basically, which is Western Diagnostics. Anyway, my phone at Harry Hunters, it kept doing weird stuff, you know, it's like people have hacked into my phone and every time I look at it, I've got to wait for it for ages to do something. And it kept annoying me. I could hear these people saying something, bullying me, you know, in my ears. And my phone kept flickering and stuff, so I took my phone and I threw it on the train lines, got rid of it, because people were pissing me off. Then the police came when I was at Harry Hunters. they came there to question me about some steroids. Because in 2014, at the end of 2014, I asked my mum to send me up some juice, called it steroids juice, it's for bodybuilding. I asked her to send me some up there to Port Hedland at the camp I was in. And it never came for weeks and weeks, and apparently they had done a raid at the airport, so my steroids had got taken away. And then I had asked my mum not to put her name on the box so they don't know who sent it, just in case the raid happens. But anyway, they traced it back to her. But anyway, the police came to me at towards the end of 2015. This was a year earlier that my mum, they traced it back to my mum sending me the steroid. Had nothing to do with her. And I thought, wow, it's taken a year for them to come and question me about it. So they questioned me about it. And I admitted to them that they were my steroids. I was waiting for them, someone sent them up for me. They ended up giving me a charge of possession of a banned substance. Almost like it's a drug-related charge, you know. I've never had a drug charge in my life. Now they gave me one for steroids, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, at the Salvation Army, while I was eating my toast and stuff, I'd go and have breakfast. Hey, the breakfast was nice. After breakfast, we had morning tea. They used to have fucking donuts, cakes and biscuits and everything, you know. You put on weight there if you eat too much. Anyway, I used to go back to my room and sit on the balcony, you know. And every time I'd take a piece, every time I'd move, I was telling you something like this before, every time I'd move or go to bite a piece of toast, bang! Someone would hammer up in the construction site, except fucking someone's hammering a hammer. Boom! There you go. I go to stand up, bang! Again. It's like every time I move, people are making a noise, except. And this is on a construction site across from the Salvation Army. I'm thinking, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm going to eat my toast, I'm going to drink my coffee, someone's making a noise somewhere. It's like they're trying to scare me, you know, to look like a bloody fool or a druggie or something, like an idiot. Anyway, so that's a few things I had to clear up that happened in 2015. And anyway, Christmas time, end of 2015, Christmas time, I was on my bed alone at the Beacon, feeling isolated and lonely. Everyone's bullying me, treating me strangely. My brother and them were at their new house, my mum and them were at home. I felt dissed by everyone, you know, everyone dissing me. And also at Harry Hunter's when I was there. I went to they've got an aviary there, full of birds. They've got what they call, not lorikeets, weirros, the birds are called. They had white and grey ones, white and yellow ones and stuff like that. And I went and I stood by the cage. And as I stood by the cage, the birds just started making a noise. It was hurting my ears. Every time I went close to the birds, they'd make a noise, exactly, and I could hear this ringing in my ears as well, you know. And I thought to myself, that's a bit strange, you know. Every time I come to see the birds, they're making a noise, a racket, man. Hey. It's very annoying. It seems strange to me. It's like somebody was making them act like that, you know. Okay. So now in 2016, the beginning, what's her name? Cassie, from one of those places that help out people that are having a few problems in life. Cassie, she was trying to find me a place, and the only place she could find me, well, what happened, I had to move out of the Beacon because the lights were making a strange flickering, or they were too bright, they were hurting my eyes. So I took off the light cover Bless me. So I took off the light cover to see if it will make a difference for my eyes. And then I felt that it made a difference. And anyway, Lisa, the girl that worked there, she came and she said, she has to kick me out now because I took the light covers off. And I thought, well, that seemed a bit unfair, just for taking the light cover off. She kicked me out. So I had to go find another place to stay now. So basically I'm homeless, getting the help of these government agencies. And the girl I saw, Cassie, she tried to get me a place, and the only place she could get me, she said she had found a place that would be okay for me. Because I was going to go have a hip operation, I didn't want a place that had stairs where you had to climb up at different levels because my hip was stuffed. I was walking with a walking stick now because my bones in my hip were stuffed. And anyway, it ended up that the only place you could get me was the Croft. A guy named Nick works there, he's in charge. It's on Beaufort Street there in Inglewood. That's the only place you could find me, and it had a little spiral staircase, which was very tight, you know, going up. It was a 2-story place. So I had to leave the Beacon. Anyway, these people are talking to me through the TV at the Beacon. And I ended up taking the one TV apart. I'm looking to see what's in the TV now. If there's mics or if there's some strange wiring. It looked like there was some strange wiring, but I'm not that clued up on electronics. Because these people are looking at me, talking to me through the TV, and they were looking at me because they were bullying me accordingly to what I'm doing. You know, so the only thing they can do is see me from somewhere, and it had to be the TV. So now I'm realizing that this whole time people have been watching me through the TV as well, besides following me around. So anyway, I went to the Croft and I started staying there. I'd organised my hip operation for the 21st of March through Dr. Bowden. He works at Langford Medical Centre. Yeah. Anyway, now it's like everybody knows me, you know. Everybody. I'm walking around town. I spend a lot of time walking around town because I'm staying in Northbridge and Inglewood. I'm unemployed now, got a walking stick, and in line for a hip operation. I used to always see a guy and a girl, a woman and a man. They used to be drug addicted. I think they were always on drugs or something. But I used to see them around quite often. I used to see a lot of the homeless people now quite often because I'm staying in places where they stay. The people having problems and stuff in their life. Me, I'm trying to... I've been isolated, bullied, and basically I left Brownie Towers because everybody was treating me strangely. Anyway, every time I jumped on the buses, the two-way radios on the buses would start making a noise. I could hear the cops or the other bus people, whoever it is, talking on the two-ways, you know. Every time I jumped on the bus, they'd start annoying me. It just seemed that every time I'm on the bus, the radios will start coming on and making a noise. People are following me around everywhere. And the chicks were showing off to me. Like I started going to the library and I'd walk past some girls or whatever. Or I'd be sitting down and some girls would come up in tight jeans or whatever. It's like they'll pose there. And I go, what? I'll be like, oh, are you talking to me? No, they're just standing like, what? It's like they're showing off their ass to me, like, yeah. And then they'll go, yeah, no. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? Are you trying to show me your butt and how sexy you are, what? You know what I'm saying? But when I tried talking to them, they just ignore me like I don't exist. So it's like they got my attention. Then I chat them up and they just pretend I'm not there. It's like they don't hear me. Just fucking ignore me. They're just ignoring me. So they're attracting my attention and they're ignoring me now. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on, you know? Anyway. Yeah, that was a bit strange. And I look at the people and people are talking and they're always doing this. They've got an intense look on their face, you know. And they got their hands, they're talking with their hands now. Pointing. I noticed this is what, wherever I went, this is what people are doing, you know. They're talking, got looks on their faces like everything's really busy and important, you know. Like, yeah. People look like they're pulling faces. Whenever I'm around, people are engaging in conversation within earshot, and they're talking stuff that's relating to me. And I'm thinking, it's almost like I'm being a paranoid delusion, having paranoid delusions. But no, these people are talking, and they're relating to my life. Strange, man. Anyway. These people, I can still hear them talking to me wherever I go. The buskers in town now. Now these buskers are bullying me. I walk past the buskers. The guy that used to dance like Michael Jackson, now he's going like this. 1, 2, 3. Now this here to me relates to shooting up gear. You know what I'm saying? To, what can I say? To shooting up. You know when you use drugs and you're injecting yourself with drugs. That's what this relates to me. It's like he's calling me a druggie or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I've seen this guy in town for so many years. Now I feel he's been personal with me. It's like, have you seen something I've done or have you heard something? The other Spanish guy, I saw him shake his guitar once and I thought, that's something I do. At the Beacon I used to start playing the guitar and I used to shake my guitar like that. The Chinese guys, yeah, everyone's playing their music fast when I come along and loud. If they're not playing their music fast and loud when I'm approaching, it's like they're trying to make me move faster, trying to make me walk faster. I notice there's a lot of people around me. And if they're not trying to make me move faster or playing their music loud, they'll do the opposite. They'll play it soft. And then when I go to look at what they're doing, they do it like they're doing it stupidly, you know. And it was all personal to me. I felt it personal. It wasn't normal what they were doing. So I went to a licensing place. I used to go down here in Cannington by William Road or something, because I wanted to get my license now. So I'm organising the license. I used to go there, I used to catch the train from town. I used to walk from the train station to this licensing place with a sore hip, you know, my hip is stuffed. He said, now I'm walking, it's hot. I went there a few times and they kept making me wait. Everywhere I'm going, people are making me wait. Hey, so one time I'm in the licensing place now. I can hear these people talking shit to me. I can hear they're saying something. So I'm sitting in a licensing place. Hey, this auntie's making me wait now. Hey, I'm getting mad. Then I finally get up to the counter. These people are bullying me. Now the people behind the counter are making me wait. They're asking me questions. They're making me feel like an idiot. And then she said something and I had to wait again. Hey. And I had enough. It said, they pushed me to my limits. I grabbed the fucking FPOS machine. Hey, I ripped it out and I fucking threw it. Hey, because these people are bullying me and I don't know why. Making me wait. Talking to me like a kid. Disrespecting me. Hey, I pulled a machine out and I fucking threw it. Just fuck it up. And I left. Hey, that made me so mad, you know. Everywhere I'm going, people are just frustrating me and bullying me. I forgot to tell you about this. The one lady at the Beacon. So I forgot to tell you this when I was at the Beach Salvation Army. This one lady, she's got auburn hair and big blue eyes. She always looks like she's tired and she's having a hard time in her life. I came back from the beach one day. Had a lucky day at the beach, summertime. I came back to the Beacon. I went for dinner. Hey, she came marching down the fucking stairs, he said. Marching, she came and she sat across the table from me. There's a guy, I'm sitting here. There's a guy with his back to me. And now she sat on that table to talk to the guy. So she's facing me. She's only about 5 meters away, 4 meters away. She's sitting like this. She's looking fucking straight at me. She's looking straight at me. And when I make eye contact with her, she keeps eye contact with me. Or they make like they're looking past me, so like they're looking through me. They used to say this when I used to sit in my room by my mum's house. I used to hear people say, we're looking through you. We're looking past you. Because people in town now are also doing this. They're walking past me, they're looking straight at me. And I'm like, hello, you know. But then they just ignore me. And it's like they're just looking past me. Everybody started doing this, taking the piss out of me, making a fool of me. And I'm thinking, why is everybody doing this? But anyway, this lady at the Beacon, she sat down at the table and she's talking to this guy and she's looking straight at me and she's like, huh? What? You know, what? Fucking just bullying me. I sat there amazed. I'm thinking, how? This auntie's looking straight at me and she's bullying me. She's like going, what? 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 She sat there for about 10 minutes just fucking constantly bullying me. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to do. I'm thinking, why are you bullying me? It made me feel shit, you know. I couldn't do nothing. What am I going to do? This auntie that works there. If I got up and said something to her, then again, it's going to look like I'm crazy.